Niantic, parent company behind Pokémon Go, launched the biggest update of 2017, it seems. Niantic really loves to surprise its player community in years. Last month, Niantic launched 50 new Generation 3 Pokémon Go. With new amazing Generation 3 Pokémon, Niantic included a really amazing real-time weather system. Here's a list of Pokémon you should concentrate on. Number 10, Milotic, Max CP 2542, Attack 60, Defense 79, Stamina 190. Milotic is an aquatic, serpentine Pokémon with a primarily cream-colored body. It has red eyes with long, pinkish antennae above them. Additionally, there are long, hair-like fins above its eyes, which begin thin and thicken towards the tips. These eyebrows extend to almost half of Milotic's body length and will be longer on the female than the male. On top of its relatively small head is a straight spike. The tail consists of 4 large blue fins with pink ovals in the centers. Each of the tail fins overlaps the next slightly, causing it to resemble a fan. While it has not been depicted, Milotic's scales are said to change color depending on the viewing angle. Number 9, Flygon, Max CP 2458, Attack 100, Defense 80, Stamina 160. Flygon resembles a slightly insectoid bipedal dragon. It is primarily light green and has a pair of large rhombus-shaped wings with red trim, toeless hind legs, and skinny arms with 3 clawed hands. Its tail has several dark green stripes and 3 small green rhombus shapes with red trims at the end. It has large eyes and a pair of green antennae that point back. The eyes have red covers that prevent sand from getting into its eyes. With its wings, it kicks up sandstorms to hide. Its wings make a singing sound when they are flap, earning Flygon the name the Desert Spirit. Lives in the desert. Number 8, Gardevoir, Max CP 2341, Attack 65, Defense 65, Stamina 136. Beginning its life as Rorts, the Pokémon that kinda looks like male genitalia, it's a little surprising it turns into Gardevoir, who looks a lot like some kind of elegant dancer and a lot of other things. If you dare to venture into Google image search, which reminds us, never Google image search any Pokémon ever, but especially not Gardevoir. Apart from its traumatic internet legacy, it's a pretty solid Pokémon now. One of the added fairy types, and its Pokédex entries indicate that it would do anything to protect its trainer. Always nice to know your Pokémon has Stockholm Syndrome. Number 7, Sceptile, Max CP 2380, Attack 85, Defense 65, Stamina 140. Sceptile is a reptilian bipedal Pokémon. Its neck is somewhat long, and it has 2 crests on its head. It has semicircular, yellow eyes with red rims. Its lower jaw and the belt-like band across its waist are also red. Along with its back, it has 2 lines running down the middle, and 2 rows of yellow nodules that are described as seeds. Its tail is shaped similar to that of a palm tree's branch. Both of its long arms have 2 sharp, elongated leaves and 3 claws. These leaves allow it to use its former signature move, Leaf Blade. Number 6, Blaziken, Max CP 2858, Attack 120, Defense 70, Stamina 160. Starting from cute little Torchic. It's a little confusing how Game Freak arrived at Blaziken, human-looking ninja chicken with pillars for legs. But who cares, because, yet again, the Fire-type starter ends up being pretty badass. And, according to you voters, way better than all the other starters. Again, it probably helps that all of the recent Pokémon XY players were gifted a free Torchic that they evolved into a Blaziken that came with its Mega Evolution Stone, thus depriving poor Klefki of a spot on your team. Even people who aren't very pro-Blaziken have to admit its speed boost ability tips the scales pretty heavily in its favor. Although the fact it has chicken legs for arms should make it a lot less coordinated than it is. Number 5, Swampert, Max CP 2967, Attack 110, Defense 90, Stamina 200. Swampert is a bipedal Pokémon. It has a large cobalt blue body and large 3-fingered hands. It has 2 orange gills that protrude from round patches on its cheeks. Its head has 2 large semicircular black fins that extend from the top of its orange eyes to the back of its head. Its tail fin is big, broad, and black. It has a white underside and orange-ridged portions above its hands and three-toed feet. Swampert is very strong with enough power to easily drag a boulder weighing more than a ton, batter down opponents, and swim faster than a jet ski. It has the powerful vision, enabling it to see even in murky water. Number 4 Aggron Max CP 2286 Attack 110 Defense 190 Stamina 140 Based on looks alone, it's tough to top Aggron. It's a giant metallic armor Triceratops Godzilla mashup that now has an even more badass mega evolution. It's really kinda unfair that it's hoarding so much badass design for itself, while Smeargle is just sitting over here painting shit with its tail. Come on Aggron, learn to share a little. Number 3 Metagross Max CP 3377 Attack 135 Defense 130 Stamina 160 Who says you need to be a legendary to be an amazing, unstoppable, badass Pokemon? Definitely not anyone with Metagross on the team. For all the dragons and gods of Pokemon, a robot spider with enormous defensive capabilities is sometimes exactly what you need. This applies to real life too. Number 2 Salamence Max CP 3480 for Attack 135 Defense 80 Stamina 190 Salamence fits nicely into the generic-looking dragon range of Pokemon, which is fine, because like Dragonite and Mega Charizard, pretty regular-looking dragons are still pretty awesome. Salamence stands out a bit from its dragon brethren by following the typical bug-butterfly evolution pattern, little baby Pokemon, worthless cocoon stage culminating in a winged majestic badass emerging. Except, obviously, dragons are about 1,000 times better than the best butterfly. Yes, even timid butterflies. Number 1 Slaking Max CP 4372 Attack 160 Defense 100 Stamina 300 Slaking is a large, bulky, ape-like bipedal Pokemon. Most of its shaggy fur is brown, along with the semicircle patterning under its eyes. Its face, chest, hands, and feet are lighter in color. Its brows are thick and jutting, and it has a large pink, pig-like nose. Around its neck is a white collar of fur that extends over the top of its head before ending in a small tuft. It has large, 5-fingered hands and 2-toed feet. During most of the day, Slaking lolls around and sleeps. It is considered the laziest Pokemon, but even when it is lounging it's saving energy. It can exert a lot of power by releasing built-up energy all at once, and can regain lost energy through the use of its former signature move, Slack Off. Stay connected with us, we'll have more coverage of the new Pokemon Go update if it fixes any major bugs or contains some unexpected surprises such as Halloween edition of PvP. Let me hear you guys out in the comment. You can get connected with me on Snapchat Vibes16 and Instagram. Stay tuned.